Where's the lepers eat my face, girl? Hold on, let me adjust my wig for this. Listen, Karma, is that you, girl? Karma, is that you, player? Making your way across the Himalayas. Ow! Tell me why Elon Musk's pockets are a bit more fragile than everybody has thought.
It is a great time to be a Tesla hater. Tesla sales are down 76% in Germany. They are down over 40% in Europe, 26% in France. Manufacturing is down 50% in China. And
people are hiding the fact that they own a Tesla by putting other cars' insignias over the Tesla logo. When you can't afford a new car because the market is horrendous, you get decals to cover the Tesla markers, as per these images. Oh, also, the Tesla stock dropped below $1 trillion, in part because the EU/UK has specifically refrained from buying Tesla cars. Their sales are down like 50%.
Some Tesla owners say they're being targeted as the public turns on company CEO and government hatchet man Elon Musk.
I'm getting like salutes from Subarus and stuff. I had guys going like this out of windows and middle fingers. It's crazy.
Stephen Minnick, who's owned his Cybertruck since last April, caught this on camera.
People came up and used their finger and drew male all over and some rather pornographic words, I guess. I actually had to look up a couple because I didn't know what they meant.
Some owners who no longer want to be associated with Musk are selling their Teslas.
It was entirely because of the way he was behaving in public and the extremism that he was portraying.
Jennifer Vargas purchased hers in August of last year. She got rid of it 6 months later.
And I love the car. I like everything about it, but it was just his name being attached to it that became the issue.
I felt liberated getting rid of it.
We got a bunch of dead robots out here.
Dead robots.
Man, this is crazy. It's a disaster.
Now, I know ain't no doggone devilish way we still buying Teslas. Not after Elon Musk said DEI must die. Diversity, equity, and inclusion basically provides policies and programs for representation and participation of groups that have commonly been ignored.
Hey fam, Gracie here once again. Welcome back to the channel. I hope that from wherever you my lovelies are watching this from, you're doing alright and God has protected you and preserved you very well. I do appreciate all of you that keep supporting me on here, and to my members, thank you so very much for supporting exclusively as well. Just like you've seen in the teaser, we are back with another interesting episode. There's been massive boycotts that have been going on in the United States of America, including, people boycotting Target and more other businesses. And these businesses have quite felt this impact. Now, after people discovering that these boycotts are actually working, yes, people worldwide have resorted to boycotting the man himself, Musk. Mr. Musk has literally faced a lot of losses because people are either returning the Teslas, some are banning them, others are protesting in the streets, like the sales are going down, yet his competitors are going up. Anyways, I don't want to talk so much. We have to watch these clips, all of them. Shout out to the creators, and we'll come back and talk about it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're landing on here for your very first time.
We have some really bad news for Elon Musk right now, as Tesla sales have plummeted in Europe even more than before. In the month of February, Tesla sales in Germany plummeted 76%. Only about 1,400 cars were purchased by German residents. Tesla sales also plummeted in Scandinavia and France. And this comes as there are boycotts right now across America and across Europe of Tesla and Tesla vehicles because of Elon Musk's interference with American politics, but also with European politics, especially in Germany, where Musk played a big role in promoting the far-right nationalist party, the AfD. And yes, before I continue, I'm on an airplane right now, but the news doesn't stop for anyone. And it would mean the world to me if you went to my Substack link to my bio and subscribe to support my work. But right now, what we're seeing is the globe, people around the world, really turning on Elon Musk and the company that he owns, Tesla. We'll see how long this lasts. As always, follow along, stay up to date on all the news you need to know about. I'm sure there'll be more news coming.
Where's the lepers eat my face, girl? Hold on. Let me adjust my wig for this. There we are. Y'all don't need to know I got that much forehead. God damn. Listen. Karma, is that you, girl? Karma, is that you, player? Making your way across the Himalayas. Ow! Tell me why Elon Musk's pockets are a bit more fragile than everybody has thought. Turns out that if we all were to band together to boycott Tesla, which we've already been doing, a lot of people have already been boycotting Tesla, but Elon Musk has been making new enemies every single day. So turns out we all band together and boycott Tesla. He's nervous that he may have to default on all his loans collateralized. Now, if it has come to the surface, it's more than likely because profits are not looking good, which is accurate. Elon Musk his stocks fell in Tesla from a whopping 536 billion down to 360 something billion dollars, which means that he's losing exponentially. Now, I just did an entire breakdown and business plan on how he could globalize and do a better job with Tesla, but obviously, you know, it was for homework. It was for homework purposes, and he's not going to do it, so I'm not worried about that. The point that I'm trying to make, y'all, for the black community and for everybody else, Palestine, all y'all, is that his stock market ratings and his position in the stock markets is so volatile and fragile that no one, including like BlackRock, Vanguard, all of them, they don't want to like actually long-term invest. They don't want to long-term invest. They have been telling him over and over and over again that, hey, we need to see more like stability. We need to see more history. We need to see more longevity in your stocks. We need to ensure that your plans with not only the auto self-control driving software improves tremendously in order for us to continue to fund this. But we also need to ensure that the depositories that you're actually doing for the renewable energy solutions and the storage that you're using for this is actually viable and it won't bounce back on us to the point where it'll tank the stocks and it will, take our money with it. We need to see some longevity. What does that mean? That means that the shit that you pumping out, baby, it's looking fragile, like them pockets of yours. It look like you selling us a dream and it's at the surface. And right now, I'm not trying to buy it, okay? So if you want us to give us your money, you need to show us some longevity. They basically told him it's not a no, it's a not right now. Not right now. We need to see at least a good 2 to 5 years of continuous growth off the charts because right now your growth is so high, but you also have too many low lows. And we don't want to involve ourselves in none of that. Not only that, Delaware. He has something going on with Delaware and the funding in Delaware. He's been in court all week long fighting Delaware, and in which they refused. They said no. Again, another hit to his pockets. I forget what it was in Delaware. Hold on. All right. So previously, the board of directors on Tesla, they were supposed to receive, after a 10-year, $55.8 billion executive compensation package, despite Tesla Inc.'s efforts to have its stockholders purportedly ratify the grant. So after a 10-year run with the company doing great and the board of directors doing a good job, the $55.8 billion is supposed to be broken down amongst the entire board. That's that would be their compensation for, you know what I mean, for the time that they've served on the board of directors for the decade, right? That is what I am getting from this. However, Tesla has been pushing them into a corner, asking them to ratify it so that he could slice this in half and save $25 billion. So they all signed off on this. They all was like, yeah, $55.8 billion, cool. So they, 6 years goes by. He's like, hear me out, boss. Hear me out. Only got a good 2023. I can scrounge together some pennies, flip a couple couch cushions, and come up with 25.8 bills. But that's all I got for y'all. Now, they took his ass to court because, initially they did agree to ratify it. However, to chop that bitch in half, wait a minute, hold on, something looking a little funny. So basically he's doing the same shit that America doing, which is not holding to the agreement. Waited 6 years and was like, we need to go back to court for this. He's in court in Delaware, in which the court rejected it. They rejected it again. They rejected the $55.8 billion Tesla compensation package again, and they was like, yeah, no, you cannot ratify it at all. You gonna have to figure this out, boss. So basically, he doing some funny shit with the money, and the board of directors ain't going for it. They ain't going for it. In addition to that, there's a different set of corporation laws in Delaware in which they're like, nah, like it's not happening. There's a reason why a lot of people do business in Delaware because of like the trust laws and like how well it's protected. Yeah, but when you try to do some funny and fugazi shit, that's when you come on the wrong side of the Delaware corporation law. So that's, yeah. So he already in the shitter right now because of that. He got a lot going on. Niggas is riding his back because of the space. What is it? Starlink? That's not going as well as he thought it would. And now it look like his pockets is looking funny because we about to boycott the shit out of Tesla, which means that the company is pretty much going to tank exponentially further. Hold on. Further than it already had tanked. It tanked billions of dollars in under a week. So yeah, Elon, I see why he hopped up off that and up there. Wait. You know what I mean? I see why how could I forget? He also just got honey trapped. His baby mama is in a Mossad. Yeah. It's Elon, you done got a taste of power in less than 2 months, baby. They about to take your ass clean off the map. Oh, goodness gracious. Welcome to America, though. So, yeah, y'all, keep boycotting Tesla. Keep boycotting. Take them Teslas right the fuck back. Take them back. Give them back. Keep boycotting. Keep doing everything y'all can. Because this man, you have terrorized everybody enough. You don't even belong here. He doesn't even go here. And even your child, we're good. Honestly, we're good. Keep boycotting. I want to see them numbers drop. I want to see them fall. I want to see a grown man cry. I want to see him cry. I want to see you grovel. Because the things that you said and the things that you've been doing, you had to have known that karma was going to make her way round to you, girl. Girl, lie? And you got all them babies. You got about 14 kids. 14 kids. You want to know how to keep your mouth shut, Eli?
People are hiding the fact that they own a Tesla by putting other cars' insignias over the Tesla logo. When you can't afford a new car because the market is horrendous, you get decals to cover the Tesla markers, as per these images. Oh, also, the Tesla stock dropped below $1 trillion, in part because the EU/UK has specifically refrained from buying Tesla cars. Their sales are down like 50%, despite electric vehicle sales in that area going up 37%. And that's also in part because China's electric cars are doing really good. If you haven't seen the kind of cars that China makes, especially and specifically the electric vehicle ones, go look that up, because you will very quickly understand why they are not allowed to sell cars in the US. They would dominate the car industry, mostly the electric vehicles, but the car industry in general. The price, the quality, what they offer in it, oh my God.
Some Tesla owners say they're being targeted as the public turns on company CEO and government hatchet man Elon Musk.
I'm getting like Nazi salutes from Subarus and stuff. I had guys going like this out of windows and middle fingers. It's crazy.
Stephen Minnick, who's owned his Cybertruck since last April, caught this on camera.
People came up and used their finger and drew male fallacies all over and some rather pornographic words, I guess. I actually had to look up a couple because I didn't know what they meant.
Some owners who no longer want to be associated with Musk are selling their Teslas.
It was entirely because of the way he was behaving in public and the extremism that he was portraying.
Jennifer Vargas purchased hers in August of last year. She got rid of it 6 months later.
And I love the car. I like everything about it, but it was just his name being attached to it that became the issue.
I felt liberated getting rid of it. I think many of us feel that we are voiceless, powerless, unable to really make an impact on what's going on in the country right now, and getting rid of my car was a pretty easy thing to do.
David Nathan dumped his Tesla before President Trump's inauguration. This month, he joined a protest outside a showroom in Boston.
I was not expecting that I'd be protesting what car I drove, or Musk, the person who made the car.
Tesla shares have tumbled more than 30% since Trump took office and Musk began wielding power. Investors worry Musk is damaging the Tesla brand.
It's been a disaster so far this year. After a historic run post-Trump winning presidency, and this has been, I think, a white-knuckle moment for Tesla shareholders.
But does this signal long-term problems for the company?
When you're selling mass market, politics is never good. Musk knows that, but he's not someone that's going to back away because of it. I mean, the bet for the ages continues to be Trump. Having a front row seat at the White House, what that means for autonomous and the broader vision, I think that's a huge part of the value of Tesla going forward.
Tesla owner Stephen Minnick says he has no plans to part ways with his Cybertruck, despite the likelihood of continuing attacks.
I'm a nice guy. I don't deserve this kind of vitriol. If you're mad, go protest whatever you're protesting. Keep your hands to yourselves.
It is a great time to be a Tesla hater. Tesla sales are down 76% in Germany. They are down over 40% in Europe, 26% in France. Manufacturing is down 50% in China. And a company called BYD, a competitor, their sales are up 90%. I don't know why his dumbass thought right-wingers were the ones that were his customers. They don't even believe in climate change. Tesla is offering a 0% APR for their Model 3s, $0 due at signing, and it is in the US for their 5-year terms only. I see that his sales crashed in Europe last month. His stock is also down 30% over the past month as well. So just keep up the good work, because it's fuck President Musk around here.
Hey, if you hate Elon, you're going to want to hear this because it's not getting talked about a lot on TikTok right now. This past Monday in France, one of the largest Tesla dealerships in the country was burned to the ground in what is a suspected attack of arson, destroying over 550,000 euros worth of vehicles overnight. This is also not accounting for the property and infrastructure damage that was caused by this fire. But when I say burned to the ground, I mean there's nothing left. It is ash. This also comes on the heels of a rash of arson and arson attempts against Tesla chargers in France, which are being seen as a political reaction to Elon's backing of fascists worldwide. And between this and the German election results that show that the party that got Elon's support actually took a hit in popularity as a result of it, shows that Europe is fed up with Elon and probably going to move against him very soon. In fact, the German government, which is making very clear signs that they are going to cut the far-right AfD out of any future coalition, is signaling that they are preparing to investigate Elon Musk for election interference. And the important thing to remember about that is that most, if not all, of Elon's Tesla factories in Europe are located inside of Germany. If they find him guilty, they're likely going to seize all of those Tesla factories from him, bringing Tesla's stock crashing down and bringing his net worth crashing down. Because these would be seized as part of a criminal investigation, it's very unlikely he'd be able to get those back, especially because Germany takes its elections very seriously since the 40s.
There is a massive movement across the entire planet right now to basically boycott Elon Musk and Tesla. And here in the United States, there is a movement that, of course, is, encouraging people to show up at Tesla dealerships and protest Elon Musk. Alex Winter, actor, director, all-around good guy, is one of the people that's helping organize these and spread the words about them. And it's having a direct impact on Elon Musk. But more importantly, it's having a direct impact on Tesla's stock. Tesla stock so far this year, and we're only at the end of the second month of the year, let's keep that in mind, but so far this year, Tesla stock has dropped 25%, which has erased $100 billion from Elon Musk's net worth. And a large part of that is because people around the globe, it's happening in Europe as well, tremendously, it's happening in China, they don't want to buy Teslas, not because they don't like electric vehicles, not because they don't like the cars, but they don't want to buy Teslas because Elon Musk is a piece of human garbage. So his personality, his repeated use of the R word on Twitter, the platform that he owns, that of course has lost more than half its value since he bought it, they don't like it. They don't like anything they see from this weird guy. And his businesses are paying the price for it. At least Tesla is. Obviously, Neuralink and Starlink and SpaceX are still going to get big old government contracts and keep those companies afloat. If they had to survive on their own, they'd be dead by the end of the day. But the government that Elon Musk is effectively running is keeping those businesses propped up. Unfortunately, he can't exactly do the same for Tesla. Now, we do know that the government's going to, spend $400 million or I don't know, million or billion, I think it's million, but on armored Tesla Cybertrucks. But that's not going to be enough to save the company, because the hatred of Elon Musk is not going to go away, and if anything, it is in fact going to get worse. But it's not just the hatred. There's another big thing that happened this week that caused Tesla's stock price on Tuesday to just kind of bottom out a little bit. And that is a report from China. See, Elon Musk has deployed his self-driving vehicle technology in China. And it didn't work. I mean, to put it mildly, it didn't work, and Tesla drivers were immensely unhappy with it. And at the shareholder meeting this week, they were like, oh crap, we've got a problem. Because not only are we charging people for this self-driving service that clearly ain't working, but these other electric vehicle companies in China are giving it to their drivers for free, which is what you should do. You shouldn't have to pay to have certain features in the car that you own. But that's what's happening. They're losing market ground to Chinese electric vehicles. Because Elon Musk is more concerned about making a vehicle that looks like it was from a PlayStation 1 than actually making innovations, because he's not an engineer. He's just a guy born into a life of luxury that's used his money to get whatever he wants. He didn't even start Tesla, by the way. That company existed and he purchased it. He is not this great genius that knows what he's doing. He buys already successful companies and essentially destroys them. He's like a locust. But he's now paying the price for it. But I guess silver linings if you are Elon Musk, even after losing $100 billion in the first 2 months of this year, he is still the world's richest man. Imagine that. You're able to lose $100 billion off your net worth, and you're still richer than every other person on the planet. That doesn't seem fair. That doesn't seem right. But it is what it is. But hopefully, if the boycotts continue, if the protests continue, and if other electric vehicle companies continue to just outshine Tesla, maybe by the end of this year, Elon Musk will not be the richest man in the world. Hell, if this keeps going this direction, he may not even be in the top 10 richest people in the world by the end of the year.
We got a bunch of dead robots out here.
Dead robots. Man, this is crazy. It's a disaster.
Now, I know ain't no doggone devilish way we still buying Teslas. Not after Elon Musk said DEI must die. Diversity, equity, and inclusion basically provides policies and programs for representation and participation of groups that have commonly been ignored. And since y'all ain't do nothing when he said it but keep buying Teslas, let them play all in your face, now folks done got comfortable. Florida just banned all DEI practices and policies from every single collegiate institution in the state. And y'all still buying Teslas?
No.
Now we all can be buying Avantis.
It is a black-owned electric car company called
Avani.
Since reparations and assistance can go anywhere in the world but to us, we're going to create our own. So if you get in an electric vehicle, get an Avani. Because we standing on business, right? We standing on business. Because if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for everything. Now cue the music.
Elon is going broke, and that's the reason why he is distancing himself from Doge. Ever since Elon jumped into his position as head of the President's Department of Government Efficiency, there has been a huge drop in Tesla stock. And that's because Republicans think he has too much unchecked power. Did you hear what I said? That's because Republicans thinks he has too much unchecked power. So why are the Republicans so worried about Elon and his unchecked power? It's because the sheer amount of jobs that have been lost in the last 2 weeks are literally unimaginable. Firing inspector generals was a crime. Changing laws without Congress? Yep, that's a crime. Defunding Congress-approved initiatives? That's a crime. And the Republicans know damn well that it is. And a lot of them don't want to get mixed up in the bullshit.
in all of this, one of the most exciting things to see is the solidarity of the world. Like the world is coming together to defund billionaires. And it's so much working, guys, than you expected it. It is so much working. I think it shows you that when people come together, there's just so much that can be achieved. And you know, one of the things that is very interesting is even including the MAGAs, they are also giving up on him. Because to be honest, MAGAs did not vote for him. So some of them feel bad that he's even in there and, you know, he's making their lives hell on earth. Like seriously, because he's the one that is causing all of these things. He's the one that is bringing all these massive changes, right? And so most of the MAGAs are like, you know what, we have to boycott this. We need to get rid of him. And I think that is so much exciting to see. But like I say, the world is coming together. You see in Europe, the sales are going down. Of course, his competitors in China, yes, they are taking him out, including his Starlink, that whatever network internet provider. Yes, China came up with another one that is more superior. And yo, it's so good to see. I mean, he's super rich. Okay, we don't know if we are going to witness his downfall, but I feel like these little baby steps are very important if people keep it in, right? If people are persistent with it and they keep doing what they are doing. I am expecting to see a downfall of a billionaire. I'm expecting to see him on his knees, and to be honest, it looks like things are already so frustrating for him. He's freaking out because I don't know if you are aware of him unfollowing some of, you know, the government members because of probably there are some misagreements or stuff like that. Yeah, so he's really freaking out. Even if he's super rich, the thing is, yeah, if people start touching your sources of income, it's gonna bring you to your knees. And I really am super excited to see all of this. South Africa kicked him out and his deal, yeah, they are like, we don't want anything to do with you because you are purely a racist person, and you know, we don't want to work with you. And more other countries are pushing back on him. His whatever Twitter, people are unsubscribing. He's lost a huge number of subscribers from there, and people are going, I don't know if it is Blue Sky or something like that. Yeah, people are going there. So imagine the amount of money he's losing. I don't think the government is going to be able to sustain his wealth as much as, you know, like, and you know, he's very much tricky, to be honest. The police have started using the cyber trucks, and people are upset about that as well. But you know, the government had to come out and defend themselves, and they're like, you know what, we did not buy this. He gave them, like, what they were donations, and that makes a lot of sense. That means people are not buying them anymore. So what is the best way to make use of your crap than donating it to the government so that, you know, you gain more, you know, favor and like. Unfortunately, the more the government likes you, the more people are hating you and the things that you're doing and all the damage that you're causing to the people. To be honest, I think it is so good because this man is heartless. I don't know, you guys, when I look at that man, there's just an aura that is very weird, and I don't want to look and seem like I'm a conspiracy theorist believer or stuff like that. But you guys, you know, if there's anybody that feels what I feel, to be honest, when I look at him, there's just that aura that is really so dark, like super dark. And him causing all the damage, he's against, you know, human life. He does not believe in God. Like, I wonder how Trump, the man that says, you know, he believes in God so much, even gets to associate himself with a person like that. It's just a lot. For me, I think the downfall is one of the highly awaited thing. And if people keep boycotting Americans, and the thing is, MAGAs don't have that money to buy the Teslas. They are super expensive. Lots of them are just normal common people, right? So I don't know who's gonna buy those, right? But if it keeps going in all these sides of the world, like globally, if people keep boycotting, you guys are about to see him being brought to the knees, and that will be like a victory for everybody because people are waiting to see that. Whatever you guys are doing from all the sides of the world, keep doing it because it's working. What do you my people think? Let me know in the comment section, and please subscribe to the channel if you have not. I will definitely see you in another amazing video. Until then, my name is Gracie and I love you. Bye.